Hello, everybody. My name is David. I'm a targeted individual, an illegal human experimentation victim. Today, I wanted to talk about one thing. A lot of you may be asked and wondering if the targeted individual program, what they call it, is real. So, about my background, I used to work in hospitality. I used to work in a care sector, looking after older people, and I'm also a soldier, reserve soldier, which means I'm inactive, so not currently a soldier. Uh, and I just wanted to tell you about the program, if it's real or not, if you should believe it or not, because when victims tell people, even police or their family and friends, they tend to say it's just mental illness, or they don't believe it, or they question it, and of course they do. You can't just say information and then expect people to believe you for the first time. So what I can tell you is that based on the security clearance levels, um, there are apparently 34 levels. Classified, secret, top secret, highly whatever. Uh, so there are 34 levels. The president, the United States, is with the nuclear codes, to launch them and blow up another state or whatever, or another country, is on number 17, 17 of 34. That's the president of the United States, who has control over nuclears. Uh, the targeted individual program, you call it, is number 24, if the calculations are correct. So again, security clearance levels, 34 levels. The president is the 17th. The targeted individual program is the 24th. So it's 7 steps higher, more classified than the president's nuclear codes. So when we talk about the program that is that secretive, everything, including even thinking about it, is protected in some way, in a way that you don't know the way. So for example, even if you try to tell someone and that person is can be a danger to this program, that person will be manipulated in a way that he won't believe you, he will turn against you, he will deny anything you said, and he would even hate you and tell you that you are crazy, even if that person was the closest to you. Or for example, if you talk too much, they can infect you with a chemical or a poison or some biowarfare that's gonna be dangerous to other people. So they're gonna make you a terrorist, or not a terrorist but a threat that can be potentially dangerous to other people. And for that reason, you're gonna have to put on a secret watch list or a terrorist list, and you will have to be surveilled and watched 24/7, including when you sleep. You're gonna have to be targeted, you have to be followed, you have to be slowly killed because you are a danger. Obviously, they will not mention that they infected you and you were okay before, but if they place you on the targeted program because they wanted to experiment on you, they wanted to see how telepathy works, how they can finalize brain-to-brain communication, where you don't need a device, where it's just your neural waves communicating one another. They want to see how it works with children, how it works with men, how it works with old people, how it works with women, how it works with pregnant women, with gay men, with lesbian women, with whatever the fuck you can imagine. So they want to test out with everyone, and obviously you cannot know about it. But that's just one thing. They also want to test out how AI affects your brain, how the brain can be mapped, and then the brain print can be used. Then they wanna test out new weapons, directed energy weapons, satellite-based directed energy weapons, laser weapons, sonic weapons, voice to skull weapon, which is, it existed for like 50 years now, but for example, they use it in Iraq. I think American soldiers, they project voices to the head of the terrorist because they're religious and they believe in Allah or whatever. They will think that Allah tells them to put down the weapons, but in reality, it's just an American soldier fucking with his head, with the technology. Now, a lot of soldiers are criminals, and I can say that because I am a soldier myself, and I know that, for example, in Hungary, the requirements for recruit a candidate to be a soldier, you basically just have to be able to breathe and walk on your own by yourself. But one of the criteria is that you cannot have a criminal background. Despite of that, I met more than one person just in my group that did have a criminal background. They were even in prison, and they got a fucking job. They offered them a fucking job. That's the military. So that person is probably maybe a gang member going into the military, getting knowledge and access to dangerous weapons and knowledge and other criminals, forming a group where already were criminal, but inside the military, you can decide yourself if that's dangerous. So that's your military, and so they want to test out all the weapons that they have, and that is just a part that that can be, if you talk about it enough and you do your research, you can say, okay, well, that can exist, but that's just a very small percentage. There are a whole other level of technology that is so borderline Star Wars that you would not believe it, and if you try to prove it, that knowledge will protect. They program you in a way that you will not, your body will shut down first before you can share that information. For example, using Neuralace, spraying Neuralace, which is, it's like, when you walk through it, it's like a spider web, but it's actually a little chain of molecules of some kind of chemicals or poison, and they can spray it, and you walk through it and you feel like you just walk into spider web, except a spider web you can brush it off, but Neuralace, if you touch it or you don't touch it, it will burn inside your skull. This is basically how they poison you without having to put anything in your drink, without having to come anywhere near you. That can spray it at you from anywhere. And that's a personal experience. It burns into your brain and it fucks up your brain. It reacts with radiation. They will send you radio waves, microwaves, and it will burn your brain. But not just burn your brain, it will trigger a speech in your head, which is not voice to skull. It is not synthetic telepathy. It will trigger the back of your brain, which is the how do you say, your basically your subconscious mind, and it will trigger a speech, and it will just go on and on and on and on. So it's like schizophrenia, but it is triggered with a poison. That's just one thing. And there is separating your energy that's in your body from your body, moving it around, use it for weapon purposes. They can whatever the fuck. They can open up the top of your skull, your brain. They can remote. All of this is remote. So none of this is actually they coming into your room physically and doing anything. This is all remote. They can do surgery on you, for example. They can shoot you with a satellite laser so strong, the wave, the wavelength, it can be so intense, the intensity can be so high that they can open up your flesh. And that is, I have a video of that on my channel. I was outside without a t-shirt training. I did not touch myself. There was no object next to me. All I felt is like a really painful sensation, but continuously for like half an hour uh, on my right side. When I looked down, was like a really really precise laser scar that open, you can open up your flesh. That's how insane this technology is. So if you're asking me if the targeting individual program is real, the answer is absolutely yes. But if you know about it, or if you try to do anything about it, the criminals in the secret services, the military, and the gang stalkers, the mafia, the private companies who profit from these programs, they will go after you so badly that they will even try to convince you that you are insane. So you will have to fight your own thoughts every fucking day if you wanna do something about it, like I do. You have, if you wanna, if you were placed on this secret list and you are being targeted by these fuckers, you have to have a iron, not a like a rock. You have to be a fucking rock. You have to be a good psychopath. You have to be like a, I don't know, a concrete, like really really strong in your foundation and really really ready to fuck up anyone and anything. You have to forget the religious spiritual bullshit where, well, everything happens for a reason and this is just what God gave me, and if I put my hand like this, all both of my hands, and I pray and I look at the clouds, then someone's gonna fucking save me. If you wanted to save your fucking life, you have to forget about that fucking bullshit, because then you do not understand that this is weapon testing. This is a program that is basically there to use you as, just like they used MK Ultra victims without your knowledge, and when they're done with you, either way, ruin your life and your health so much that you will have no one in your life, you will have no money, and you will be sick internally, like you will have cancer but you don't know, or you won't be able to walk, or so disabled that you cannot harm them in any way. Either way that, so they destroy you completely or they kill you. If they kill you, they usually want to do it somewhere else from where you were targeted. So if you are targeted in London, for like me, and you travel to Hungary, they probably want to kill you in Hungary. Or if you live in Hungary and you were tortured there and you go on a holiday, maybe they, or you flee because of the torture, they probably want to kill you in another country because it's easier. And for MI6, their black contracts is more legal, you know, because they're keeping the UK safe. Well, they do anything but that, but whatever. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The program is real, yes. It sounds unbelievable, so you cannot expect people to believe you. You really have to put together a compelling case. So instead of praying to fucking Jesus, do the legal shit that you need to do. See other people how they do it, Targeted Justice or Dr. Catherine Horton or iCater, whatever they called in Belgium. You really have to be scientific. You really have to know yourself, know your emotions, know your thoughts. You have to know who you are, and you have to be ready to fucking fight or kill if you have to, because otherwise you do not understand that they are murdering you. Day to day you just notice that, well, it's just some fucking gypsy motherfucking terrorist talk criminal bitch talking bullshit in my head, triggering my brain with radio waves, so the neuralace that's already inside burning more and more, you know, and destroying your body internally. So but you don't see it, you don't see you bleeding, from the outside. So you are like, well, okay, this is bad and it's horrible, but it's just some chatter. I think I can live with it. No, you are a fucking idiot if you think like that. They are killing you. Whatever is being done to you is for you to die and for them to profit from it. So they will probably, make it really slow, but not because they want you to live a happy, full life. No, they will not get paid if you're fucking dead. So they will have to do it slowly, so you will suffer every fucking day from the moment when you wake up, that if you can even sleep, from the moment you go to bed, you're gonna suffer through the whole fucking day. And eventually you die, but the point is that they can make as much money as possible of your suffering, and they can test out everything they want to do with you. Because one thing you can learn from the criminals is that is their determination. They do not give up. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck if you have a baby. They don't give a fuck if it's Christmas, if your friend just died and you're mourning. They don't give a fuck. They gonna finish their fucking goals and experiment on you no matter what. You can pray, you can beg, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but they gonna finish it anyway. And this is exactly the fucking attitude that you have to learn and adopt, and you have to change your nature, and this has to become your nature. This good psychopath mindset that you're gonna fight them the same exact fucking level, the same way they fucking fight you, but legally. And you have to be ready to kill if you have to. I don't necessarily mean it in a literal way to become a murderer, but they have to feel and they have to think that you would kill them if they do anything to you. They have to be scared. You don't have to be scared because you are the fucking victim, but that's what they want you to be. Sorry, a scared little bitch. You have to scare them. You have to fuck them up. You have to go to their fucking house if you don't necessarily have to do anything. You just have to go there, I don't know, fuck some shit up and let them know that and you know where they live. You have to let them know where their kids go to school. And yes, you have to be that fucking psychopathic if you want to live. Because they're not gonna stop ever. It's not gonna get better. They're not gonna stop. When it gets better, it means that internally you are dying already enough so they don't have to go harder. You have to go again after the kids. Yes, you do. You have to go after their jobs, their parents, their bitches, who whatever you can find, you have to go after and let them know that you know what they do. That everyone you can possibly can, but you have to tell them in a very legal way, like print out the document. That is really scientific and it looks really formal, and fuck it up on their fucking door, their job, put it on their fucking car. Everything you can do to scare them. That's the only way you have a fucking chance to have a longer life or to survive. Otherwise, you're already fucking dead. So that's what I wanted to say. I hope it helps. Take care.